exciting than anything I had been around in a long time. Like, I don't really experience this anymore. I'm doing more music than ever, but I don't experience rooms of people where everyone got together and everyone every night, you made a simple beat, and then everyone was writing verses, and then everyone would just step up to the plate and drop a verse, and then we'd criticize, and you go back, and then you do it again, and then some verse would be so good, well, here, we're going to turn the mic on, you're going to drop it. And then you create songs, or it needs this, and I hop on there and do a little keyboard bass solo, and it was just cool. Everyone's emotions were out, someone like Cisco, he's like, I'm going through this, and he's writing about it, and he doesn't tell us what he's going through in detail, he just writes a verse, and then sends that verse to us. And what a unique way to share and have music as
that was crazy.
As a sort of the glue of a hangout, and that's where that Sir Time album came about. We were just doing that. You guys were making beats in his bedroom and doing stuff, and we were recording vocal takes in the garage, with everyone sitting there and family, and about that versus how it is to record a record now. You're in an isolated booth with no one, and the vibe is sort of way different. Everyone's very serious, and there's money on the line, and some of the magic of what we were doing was just sort of the process itself, and not. I mean,
so I don't mean to interrupt you, but what Chris just said is exactly what I was thinking. He pulled that out of my head. Chris, you stole my idea, bro. Yo. Legit, yo, Chris, you're right on the money. Yo, Nas, I was thinking we need to create a new jam session.
Yeah, I mean, me and you, or you want to?
No, I go to Austin's Coffee in Winter Park. I was there last night. Austin's is the vibe when it comes to hip hop and just other artists.
I've been there before. I'm familiar with what you're talking about.
So I met a few artists there. This one young white kid in particular, he's 24 years old. We really just linked up socials last night. But when I tell you this kid is and he sounds amazing. He's not just good at rapping and good at mimicking other styles, but he sounds amazing. His voice cadence is really good. He has it, you know what I mean? And honestly, he has the look too. And I told him, I was like, yo, you give me a couple days, I'm gonna hit you up. Whatever you need, I'm gonna work with you and kind of just teach you my little secrets of what I know and hopefully point you in the right direction, because that kid got freaking talent, bro. I don't like rapping after him, bro.
Yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, man. Just do you. Sometimes stuff a lot of people have. It took me a long time to have the confidence. Not everyone sounds like Chris Stapleton. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it doesn't mean no one should pick up a guitar and do it. Not everyone likes Chris Stapleton. And sometimes, I mean, you get introduced to music and stuff people listen to, and some of it's not even great. You know what I mean? And even the good stuff's not even great.
Yeah.
I don't think people should think about it. I just think you're never going to hear yourself like other people hear you.
Exactly.
So you'll never be to yourself that guy who went before you. The guy before you is just different, so it sounds exciting, and it makes you think of all the things you're not doing. And I just say that's where you just put in your new music. There's a reason you are on after him, and then you do it, and then you come back and take that influence and try to put it in your own way. And maybe you find a you and a voice that's closer to what you love. And I think humility is always part of it. I mean, think about it, man. How much of your job when you're standing in front of a room for 3-4 hours or even an hour is just to make everyone feel good, not by your music, but just taking the attention off of them, right? You're for an hour, and I'm up there with a mic and a guitar. You could be as ugly or as beautiful of a person. No one's paying attention. And you don't have to worry about the judgment of a large crowd. That's why
honestly,
I'm hey, pay attention to me.
That's why I do this. You're hitting to why I do this. Yeah.
Yep. There's a relief in that. So.
And I always tell people like you who are in a lot of ways in your life, you manage being overwhelmed. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, it's still rough every gig. You know what I mean? I still feel it every single gig.
Yeah.
You just do it. You just play through it. You know what I mean? It's part of the feeling. I don't think people should run from feelings. You know what I mean? You feel it, and you feel it fully, and you just push through. It's you know what I mean? like everyone knows the feeling of I got stuff to do, but I probably maybe had 1 or 2 drinks. But I could sit down and do my paper or whatever you have to do. It's that's still an inner consciousness that, yeah, I don't think I get butterflies every gig because I do it all the time. Dude, I'm going to a gig like, oh, just the weight of the world's crushing me. I get
Do
set
you
up, I
remember
sound check, I
that?
just do it.
Do you remember that epic night? We had a gig one night that literally did not go for the first hour, was the worst nightmare we've ever had.
Are we talking about the flip gig at La
La
Sabrosura?
Sabrosura. Bro.
Yeah, so we show up to this gig, and
Tell him, bro.
we actually have, it's a small venue, so like the fact that like 50 kids showed up for us was like kind of sold out. You know, it was like a full house, and we get there, and we're just about to start. People are showing up, and they're like, "You guys can't play on the stage. I booked a DJ, and it's double booked." And I'm like, "What?" Like we have promoted this. We had a custom flyer for it. It's an awesome double header show promoting the album that we just did at like Virgin Megastore and all this stuff.
Like,
and this DJ literally
Virgin. Oh my God. Let's talk about Virgin. Go ahead.
So people are shutting the door, and like we have a full crowd outside of people. And like we're younger, so some kids are getting dropped off by their parents. People are like, "What's going on? Like, why are you inside?" We explain the situation to our full crowd. They see we have all these people here, and they're attached to like an office building that's closed. And they let us into an office building full of tables and chairs. And they say, "Do whatever you want in here. It's yours for the night." So we take all the office chairs and push them all to the side. We set up in the back of the room.
Hey Nas, you moving in slow motion. I think it's probably your Wi-Fi. You moving in slow mo.
We collect Miller.
How y'all messing up this story here? Hey Nas, you moving in slow mo. Don't worry, we're gonna get this story down, y'all. Hold on. I think I got Nas back. Hold on. Yeah, you already know, Chris. You already know. You know how they work. We're gonna get Nas back, y'all. He's telling us an amazing story. I can actually finish the story because I was literally there and I was obviously a part of the show. But what happened was we get to the show, everyone's outside. We explain because we're still teenagers ourselves. I think I'm not one of the oldest people in the crew. I think at the time I was only 20 or maybe 21. Maybe, I probably was like 19. But we get to the event and they're like, "No, you can do this office building." So when we move all these chairs and everything to the side, we lose the advantage. So we thought was an advantage. We lose the advantage of like having a stage. We had this whole idea, we were up on a stage, that's the normal way you perform. So we're like, yo, we got to get this. This got to happen, come hell or high water. We got to have the show. All the guys, because Kyle, Matt, Staz, Nas, they're all the shit at this, plugging up the equipment, and they did that shit. And man, I think they had everything. I think they did sound check and had everything plugged up in less than 15 minutes. Like literally less than 15 minutes. Let's see if we can get Nas back, y'all. I'm gonna kick Nas out because I want him to finish this story. So let's kick him out so we can bring it back in. Yeah, we're gonna bring Nas back in. We got a big crowd right now on Facebook and YouTube, and I want him to finish the story. We also gonna tell y'all what happened at Virgin. Yes, Mr. Kyle Houst. His little brother Craigie is my guy. Kyle is my guy as well. So look, I'm sending out these invites. Let me get Chris and Nas on real quick. I'm gonna just keep sending these invites until these guys show up. Chris and Nas, I'm sending like 60 invites right now. Trying to get Chris and Nas on the show. Yeah, I miss Kyle too, man. I miss Kyle like a motherfucker. His mom is a sweetheart, Miss Joanne. His brother's amazing. I know their dad. Yeah, they really fucking dope people, man. I see Craigie I see him watch my stories sometime. Craig will watch my stories. But while we trying to get Nas and them back, y'all, let me send these invites while I'm talking. So while we had this show, go live with Chris. So while we had this show, invite, no, go down, go back, go here, go to Nas. Go live with Nas. Go live. All right. But yeah, so when we So we lose the advantage of the stage. Like, so we're eye level with everyone doing basically our album release party. And guys, when I want Nas to tell y'all because he tells us this story a little bit better than I can. Like, yes, let me get Nas back in. There you go. Yeah. So hold on, y'all. I'm gonna shut up because Nas was like right in the middle of chairs getting pushed to the side. I think I got him back. Come on, man. Stop fucking with me, YouTube. Let me have a normal show. Y'all always want to fucking intrude on my show. I'm supposed to have Nas and Chris on right now. I send out both invites. Come on, stop screwing with me. Come on, Instagram, man. I'm trying to crack the algorithm on the ass. I'm gonna just keep clicking this shit, y'all. Ooh, try to break the algorithm. But yeah, great story because that night, man, we just everything was against us, man. And then we got like most of our, like Not said, most of our crowd is like our age or younger. You know what I'm saying? And then we seeing all these people show up. We know we basically got a packed house because the venue ain't that big. We not a major band. You know what I mean? But we're pretty known where we are, and we bought a humongous crowd and packing everybody into this office building. What a time to drop, right? Packing into this office building. Um, we all um trying to get Nas in again. We all it was it was way more intimate. It was way more intimate. And we end up doing the show and the I remember it just being it was oh man, it was nerve-wracking. And it was like once the music started, everyone in the room just went into like this trance. Like I that's the thing I do remember. That because it was no lights, no nothing. Like I think we did everything by flashlight, you know what I mean? Or like this little corner light, like far as plugging everything in. Once sound check was done and a motherfucker hit that bitch and like niggas knew the show was about to start, the door closed and man, let me tell y'all this to be true as well. Some of the people from the event that they booked left and came and watched our show. That's how live our show was. That's how loud and how like it was the most epic experience, man. It was so intimate. It was so locked in. Everybody was just at a peak energy that like you say, you got all these people in this little office space, in this little room. So the energy was just next level, man. It was on a level where you can't replicate it. You can't replicate it. And I know like because I think that was the first night we had merch, our Palace and Persia shirts. So a lot of people like that. For a lot of people that night was like fucking epic, man. Like man, that's like one of the best things that's probably ever happened to me when it comes to like being at a concert or dealing with other people. Let me see. Let's try to get Nas in again because it's just don't be so fickle. Oh shit! What? Hold on, Nas. I seen some other shit. Yeah, I can invite Nas 60 million times. Invite. But no, I seen add as moderator. My moderator gotta be in here, right? How do you add someone as moderator? Show me that again. Oh, that's all. They only give you little slight permissions. I keep hitting the go live, and I'm like fucking tapping it over and over again. And I hope it's not doing that shit where Nas is actually in here. And because it did, like, I seen that shit in the beginning of my video last time when we did the interview with Nas. Y'all go check that interview out with Nas on YouTube. It was one of the dopest interviews I've done. And I'm very proud of myself. I was really nervous to know what he thought about the fucking interview. Because I worked so hard on the intro. I had to go, like, still footage of, like, his performances and shit and create my own. So, yeah, it was a nerve wracking ordeal because my guy is that guy. So you want to represent people like that well, and show them in the light that how you see them. Real talk, just like show how you see them. But that night, man, and then we had a show at Downtown Disney, and what a lot of people don't know about that show was that we were the first. I think we were the first hip hop / band duo to perform on Disney property. And that was epic. Like, that was when we were walking. I remember, man, man, man. I remember walking through downtown Disney, y'all, and they started playing our album. This is before the show. We get there, right? Before the show, we got, like, not only, you got to understand, not only have we put out flyers that we got this show going on at Downtown Disney, but obviously there's people at Downtown Disney, which makes it even, more epic, right? So while we're walking around, I think we already did sound check, because I remember Hope. I remember walking with Hope. I think it was me, Hope, Kyle, Nas, Stas, Matt, Jordan, Cisco. We all were walking through downtown Disney. And what's the fuck am I on? We all walking downtown Disney, and they played the fucking album throughout downtown Disney, like through the loudspeaker. That we were walking up to everybody saying, that's our song. Like, that was epic, yo. Like, that was the most epic moment of my life. Hearing that album played out loud for that many people all across Disney World. It was amazing. It was amazing, amazing. And then when it came to the show, man, we're on stage in Virgin Megastore, which later turned into a bookstore that I think later turned into a movie theater. But Virgin was there longer than anything. If you're from Orlando, then you know Virgin Megastore. And they moved all these albums and CDs and all these rows and rows of shit aside, had our stage. They had the Virgin logo backdrop. They had a little VIP section to the side, couple chairs for the gang. And I don't really remember I see the pictures, but I remember Palace and Persia performing. I remember Nasna performing a little bit, like a drop of it, because I remember being in the VIP section and I wasn't on stage and there was music going on behind me. That's how I remember. And Stas had a part, and I think then Hope had a part, and they had to go on stage, But I think that's about all I remember. Like, that night was like, I remember the beginning. Oh, and I remember the end of the night, because yeah. We had a great night that night, man. It was epic. When I tell you, I had, I ain't really thought about those memories in a long time. I thank you, Nas. I can't get Nas on. I don't know why Instagram acts like this, but y'all know that's the history of them. Not, I get that, like I get prison time or some shit. Like, I only get a few minutes, to let my friends on, like talking like, "Mama, send me some money, and they're trying to kill me." You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, the most epic night. I think that was the night. Damn, that was the night. Look, that was the night. I don't know what chick, but I'm gonna tell y'all real talk. That was the night a girl I was with thought we were going home together, and she was in the crowd, and she was standing next to the new one, the one that was about to. The, it won't let me send a request. Let me send. Hold on. Hold on. But yeah, I remember being in the crowd and and show, like it's a real epic picture that's out there that show where they took a picture of me and Stas from the back, and you can see the crowd, and you see both shorties standing next to each other. Cause the other shorty was like, "I see you watching him, I see him watching you, so I'm gonna stand by you all night, bitch, cause that's my man." And that bitch hit the disappeared on that, hit the Willie Nelson. He was out of there. I wasn't the best person back then, guys. Okay, I wasn't a great guy. But the one I ended up skating with, I ended up marrying and having 2 kids with. So you know, college one. I think that's how it went down. I don't know, but yeah, man. That just like really made me reminisce. We're gonna get back to the show, but that really made me reminisce, man, on a time where life like we lived like platinum recorded artists. Like I remember that lifestyle of being an artist. We all lived in this big condo together. I mean, it was like we had a studio in the master bedroom. It was I really lived that life. I never even like really thought about it like that, man. But cause you so far like you live in it, you know what I'm saying? Like when you're really in it. Producers all over the house, artists all over the house, singers all over the house, like constantly making music, constantly new projects being done. Wish we can get a hold of some of that music, but there's my fault. I ended up losing Louis' computer. Um, yeah, it's fucking horrible. But somewhere in some trash pile, that fucking hard drive is turned into dust. But anyway, let's get back to the show. Let's get back to the show. So, ah, reason why we showed that first video, shout out to Nas coming on. The reason why I showed that first video, because I wanted to talk about, you know, people with greed, people with these ideas and ideologies of like everyone's supposed to have everything. Like, it's like, nah, actually, everybody's supposed to have what they need. Um, if you feel that like my boy Nas, if you feel the need to do more, and that's in your core, I'm not trying to rhyme, but if that's in who you are, then you do what you can do. If you can be a gardener and make soap and be a musician and be a help to other people and give guidance, then do it. If you have the energy, the personal energy to give to others like that, you know what I mean? Then yes, I think you should do it. Um, it's in a lot of ways. Obviously, y'all see me do this, so I mean, like in a lot of ways, I try to give myself too. But this is the way I do it, so I do it. Other people don't have a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram show. You know what I mean? So I just said that to say, you do what you do. Don't let people convince you that you have to do what they do. You know what I mean? Like I look fat and pregnant from the side. Why y'all ain't tell me I look like a busted can of biscuits? Fuck y'all. Y'all don't love me. uh, hold on, I wanna show y'all this other video here. Um, is it this one?
Know what I'm saying? So when you start to walk into your calling, you vibrating high, they ass is gonna get jealous. You see what I'm saying? And one thing the Bible was true about, it said this specific verse that stood out to me. It said a prophet won't be appreciated in his own hometown or home, nigga. You see what I'm saying? Your sister will turn jealous. Your auntie gonna turn jealous. Your daddy gonna turn jealous. Your mommy is gonna turn jealous, nigga.
I wonder when I wanted to play, but I played it for a reason. Now let's I'm gonna play the one I wanted to play. Is this it?
But we do have black people that get on the radio every day in white-owned companies, white-owned stations with white-owned sponsors that play the role of hypersexualized, hyper-criminalized male. I ask these advertisers, I say, I've got hundreds of songs a day that celebrate killing animals. Will you put them on your station? They said, no. I got hundreds of songs a day that talk about assaulting women and abusing kids. Would you put them on your station? They said, no. I said, I got hundreds of songs a day that talk about murdering blacks. Would you put them on your stations? They said, well, that depends. Depends on what? Who it's done by and who it's branded for. Because if we can get black folks to sing about it, we can brand it for our youngest black audiences, I think there's money to be made. I think there's American appetites to see these people that way. I said, how can you say that? They said, well, look, it's what these artists know. It's what they, black people, create. It's, matter of fact, our surveys say it's what they want to hear, which speaks of a sickness. How do we live in a society where somebody says, you know what, I'm inspired to write a song that celebrates murdering another person. And then the person says, I'd like to put that on my station. Another person said, I'd like to pay for it. And then there's people out here in the audience that go, I'd love to hear it.
I won't address the question, but I'll give it to you. I won't address the question, but I'll give you the question. The first question that's triggering for you guys sometime is someone that is not of your race saying something true about your race. Are they racist? Clearly that guy wasn't. But he's giving you information about yourself, about your plight. Is this guy racist? So we can address that question, right? We did? We addressed it? We're good? Okay. Obviously, he's not. Now, I said in my last video that the scary truth about the things that are happening in this world and the devices that are being used to make these things happen, unfortunately, always come from us. We're the only beings on the planet that have the ability to create. I know a lot of you won't understand what that means because you're like, no, everyone can create, everyone has an imagination, everyone can create anything. So you think, and so you understand, because you think all people are created equal. All people are created with the same purpose. And you think all people have the same gene splicer. Right? So, when you get into letting people put out things that make other people money but are also detrimental to society, basically you're letting the snake eat its tail. And while that's happening, there's someone making money on that. I think when we talk about the snake eating its tail, we never talk about the benefit of that cycle, right? It's the same with big oil. They know that they're killing the planet. They tell you, and what they want you to believe is that they're killing the planet for profit. They're not killing the planet for profit. They're killing the planet because it's a living being and they want to kill it. That's it. What do you think? Don't they want to kill everything else? You mean to tell me that we live in a place where there is umpteen's amount of people that can invent anything? We literally live in Atlantis right now. We literally live in a time where people can create any fucking thing they want at home. Motherfuckers can create a nuclear generator in their garage. We know plenty of people, not plenty, but we shit probably could put a plenty on that. What's plenty? 7, 10, 12? We could say plenty. We know plenty of people who've done that. We live in Atlantis. We live in Egypt. We live in all these times now. When they say, oh, the ancients had the battery, yeah, and so do we. And when you think about all the shit that they talk about that they had, we got it now too. When they talk about, oh, the ability to levitate blocks and they built the pyramids, we got that too. And we also got genius minds that have created things to move us forward in society. See, we not only have pulled us back, but we have tried to push us forward. The ones who pulled us back are associated with, but we've tried to push ourselves forward. But if that does not align with killing the planet, then they're not going to align with you, because they have the mentality of, simply put, if you can't have it, we can have it. Because what we got, if they could have it, they wouldn't be the way they are. You see what I'm saying? But where they're disillusioned at is they think that because they don't have it, they don't have to answer for their actions. They really believe that. They don't understand the mass directive. They don't understand that you have no choice but to align. They don't get it. They think that they can destroy the planet before God returns. This is really simple. And if it's not God returning, it's definitely benevolent people. What's up, Ms. Deb? It's definitely benevolent people. So I tell people all the time, when it comes to this rat race, when it comes to trying to keep up with the Joneses, buy everything, have this, have that, have that. Why? Why? I have what I like. Look at my neck. I have what I like. Y'all don't see too many humans on the planet wear their jewelry like this. You know why? Because every time I buy a new piece of jewelry, I either do what? Have it customized when I bought it at the jewelry store, or when I get it home, I customize it my fucking self. And if anybody, my real friend, know me, y'all heard me say this one time in one video long ago, I do have a whole fucking jewelry kit. Oh, I got a bunch of shit that I bought because I like fucking bling that much. And this is just not even close to my shit. Like, I don't gotta show y'all all my bling. This is my favorite joint. But anyway, I say that to say, I like what I like. Am I materialistic? Nope. I'm not. I can care less about what you think about materials. That's how unmaterialistic I am. Not at all. Do I like the things that I like? Yeah. Do I like some of the things that you might like? Yeah, because you might like ketchup, and I love it. You know what I mean? We may have things in common, but when it comes to like personable things, who you are as an individual, I like what I like, you like what you like. But I don't go out of my way to try to keep up appearances for you. When you see me look the way I do, it's not because a rapper or I tell people, go, if I can show y'all my baby pictures. I'm like, oh shit, how you had on Jerry then? Yeah, because my parents sold dope. Hell yeah, I had on Jerry then. I'm the product of a fucking kingpin family, motherfucker. And I don't make excuses or nothing for anybody else. I'm just telling you, I've been raised in how I like Jerry, how I rock. I learned how to break down gold and do all kind of shit when I was like 22. I taught myself how to do that shit. I taught myself how to go back and forth to the pawn shop, get some shit built up to get a big thick chain that I really want. Like I know how to move and groove. I think so. I think I did see that. I think you told me about that. But yeah, I do me. This hat I got on, shit. Before this hat even reached me, I wanted this hat for like 10, 10 years, like 10, 11 years. I hadn't wanted this hat. That's how long this hat been around. But it was something I wanted, and one of my friends knew it, got it for me for my last birthday. See what I'm saying? Like I like what I like. I don't like what everybody else like. We may have some things in common. I like when people say, "Oh, you don't like what everybody else like." You like a Ferrari. Everybody likes a Ferrari. You like a tiramisu? No, I don't. You know what I'm saying? I don't like everything everybody else like that. Like I heard a person say the other day that they'll choose crawfish over any seafood. And then I thought about it. And then they started naming seafood to the man. And I agree with everything he said. They was like shrimp. He was like, I love crawfish more. They was like, this. And he was like, there's like a whole bunch of good seafood, good ass seafood, lobster tails, good buttery lobster tails. I love crawfish. I love crawfish more than I love any of that shit. You ever suck the head of a fucking crawfish? Ooh. It's like one of the favorite things that can happen to me. Sometimes I burn the back of my throat. And you said, and ain't no pause on no suck the head of a crawfish. I'm sorry. If you that in your that you need to have me rectify that I'm talking about a crawfish and not boy parts. I don't like boys, bitch. I'm too pretty. You hear what I'm saying? I'm too pretty. I ain't no way I'm. Shout out to the boys. Hey boys. But I'm too pretty, baby. This for the ladies. Ladies, all this beauty is for the ladies. I just want to keep that check. I do, hey, fellas, I respect you, check, hey. But I don't wear my shirt off for you guys. You know what I'm talking about? But anyway, I just think the race is crazy. I think the rat race, and I think worrying about what everybody else think is insane, where it puts you in a position to compromise, be less than your natural self, be less than what your spirit is pushing you to be. You know, everybody say, "Oh yeah, it's greatness in you." It's you in you. It's you in there. If you listen to your thoughts, you listen to what your mind is telling you, and you did what your brain told you, you live a good life. I promise you. If you did not what the override. See, some of y'all say, "Oh yeah, my brain did tell me to rob this store." No, I didn't say listen to the override. And I'm not gonna tell you, "Oh, it's the good part of you. Listen to the good side." No, I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm gonna tell you, when you about to do something, there's a thought, bam, and then you know the override. Some say, "Man, I'm about to slap this nigga in his mouth," or no. Well, yeah, you want to do it. Let me backtrack. You want to somebody talking, and you want to slap the shit out of them, right? And you say to yourself, what's the first thing you say to yourself? Nah, there's gonna be a fight, or then gonna be, I ain't gonna stop him, let him get his opinion out. Or if he wanted to be disrespectful, that's his opinion. I'll move on. I ain't gonna be physical, right? Somewhere in there you be like, I ain't gonna do it. But then there's an override that's like, nah, he was talking about my mama. Fire! You know what I mean? Like, so there's an override, and I'm saying the more Rose Bloods independent ever since they took him off. Was that? Word. But yeah, man. So I like to say, man, I like to say we about to get off the goddamn network tonight. I'm high, goddamn. I was talking to Nas. I got sidetracked because I wanted to continue the conversation. I tried to bring this shit up to keep the topic and the vibe going tonight and just keep the show going. And I'm not doing such a good job of that. And I can recognize that real quick, fast. I don't even need to keep having a bad show, y'all. We had a good one. We're going to let this one ride out because it threw me off my game. It threw me off my game. I was on to have a good show tonight, really rock out and vibe. And they didn't let Nas back on. And I tried so hard, and then I'm trying to create more. No, no, we're just gonna call it a day. I ain't one of them people. I do love y'all. Thank y'all for being a part of this shit. Y'all know what I say once we all up and stuck like that. I got new videos dropping tomorrow. My YouTube channel is popping. Darius Bethune at YouTube. Be there or